OJ Simpson is dead. Hello, guys. Welcome back to Forbidden Radio episode. I believe this is episode 8.
Yeah,
I'm joined by my co-host Noah, and yeah, OJ Simpson is dead.
the
I'll
greatest,
tell
the
you about
greatest
that.
football player to ever live. He is
What was
passed
his
out
record? Wasn't it like most yards
in a
in a
match. I
season?
think was it
Oh,
in
in a
like a
match.
match? I think it was like 143 yards.
Yikes! I don't
Let
really
me see.
know
OJ
anything about football,
Simpson,
so I don't know.
Simpson
But yeah,
record.
he's dead. Uh, I don't think we ever got 100% confirmation if he was the killer or not, but I'm pretty sure everybody knows he is.
Yeah, he's having fun in hell right now.
Yeah. Someone said he could finally rest knowing that his ex kid is dead.
Yeah, that Norm Macdonald me, dude. Norm Macdonald would have a field day with this. I wish he was still alive. No, yeah, I don't know. That whole thing was wild. Apparently, it was like months in regards to the trial. How long did the trial last? OJ Simpson trial.
Yeah, I have no clue. My mom said she watched a documentary about it, but I don't even know the full story or anything.
11 months, dude.
Yikes.
Yeah, so one of my teachers, my history teacher in my sophomore year, a really nice lady, she said she was a kid when it was going down. So this is June 12th, 1994 to November. Wait, hold on. No, November 9th, 1994 to October 3rd, 1995. Wait.
Is this? Yeah, almost a year.
Yeah, so she said that in school it was kind of a bitch, I guess, because that's all they talked about.
Oh, yeah.
Like they would even watch the trial. I guess it was like broadcasted or something. I don't know. But that or they heard it on the radio. I forgot what she said, but yeah, it was a wild trial.
Crazy.
Jesus. He's on a dream team. Yeah.
I mean, apparently he was a really good football player.
Oh yeah, the juice. Yeah. Yeah.
The
Um
juice.
yeah, that's what they would call OJ's, the juice.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um
In that Dave Chappelle special where
oh yeah.
he talks about meeting him.
Like 3 times, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, he succumbed to prostate cancer. That's
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I saw that.
ass cancer, huh? That's funny.
Yeah. It seems fitting.
Yeah, it seems about right.
Yep.
Killed his wife. I think he killed somebody else too.
Yeah, I think it was like his ex-wife and then like her boyfriend or something.
Oh, her Sancho.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh my god, it's gonna be fun hearing Armani's feedback on this one.
Yeah, I
Um,
can't wait.
yeah, so we really have nothing new to promote right now for Forbidden Origins. I mean, we do have projects in the works. I think everyone either has a concept or they're working on something for the company. Currently we have the first book out, The Old Universe and Echoes of the Old Universe. Um, I do want to start streaming soon for the channel.
Dude, me too.
It's just
Like,
like making sure, you know, I mean, I have the equipment for it. It's just I'm scared of. This is gonna sound so dumb. I'm scared of like people doxing and finding out where or
no,
figuring out
that's
where I
valid
live.
concern. That is a very much valid concern. Like I've heard horror stories of like people who stream just like getting doxxed, getting swatted and stuff. It's kind of scary, but I don't know. I think streaming is cool. I wanted to do it for a long time, but it's always like one excuse or the another, you know?
Mhm. Yeah, my whole issue too is just being entertaining.
Yeah, that too. Like I've tried streaming and even just like when it's like just my friends watching or something, like I feel like a constant pressure to like just keep talking and
Mhm.
sometimes I'll just sit there like not knowing what to say and I feel awkward and then I'm just like, yeah, I'm not gonna do this.
Yeah, it made
But
me laugh because I remember when Logan Paul first started streaming. This was back in like 2017, 2018.
oh yeah, 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 I remember this.
I guess he thought it was going to be easy, but if you tune into his streams, he was just quiet playing Blackout, playing
Yeah.
Call of Duty Blackout. I'm just like, dude, you kind of suck.
Yeah, it's definitely like a sort of like skill almost that you I'm sure you get better like with practice, but it's very difficult just like being on just for like hours at a time.
Yeah. What the hell is this? Sorry, I'm looking
But
at something.
you're fine,
um,
you're fine.
no,
I'll stop.
but no, but yeah, my like issue with streaming is getting doxxed. being entertaining because I don't want to be like Speed because like he's annoying.
Yeah, I don't like Speed.
Yeah, I don't like Speed. I don't like Kai. Kai's annoying too. Um,
Kai, understand why people like him, but it's not really my type of content.
yeah, I just think
But
he's
I do
annoying.
think
No, go ahead, go
I
ahead, go
think
ahead.
it's very much like loud equals funny. I feel like
Mhm.
a lot of streamers have like just gone into XQC too. Um,
The fucking Goblin.
like yeah, he's funny sometimes, and I've seen him
Yeah.
like on other people's streams, and then he's funny.
Mhm.
But like on his stream, I feel like it's not for me.
I will say, Meat Canyon did a really good video about him. Have you seen that? He made
Oh,
a
I did see that one.
where he's
The
like
animation,
he's literally like a goblin, like protecting his
yeah, with like
jewels and shit. Oh my god, I was like, that's XQC to a T.
that was perfect. That was hilarious. I also don't really like some of the newer guys like Jinxie. He's kind of funny, but again, I don't know, something about him. I think Sketch is funny. I've only seen his clips. I've never actually watched him stream, but from his clips, I think he's pretty funny.
Is Sketch the fat white guy?
No, that's Queso,
Queso.
who he's also not really my type of streamer, I guess. Like I think he's funny, but I feel like the fat jokes just got kind of old after a while,
Hmm.
and that's pretty much like all he does
He plays
from
into
what
it,
I
huh?
yeah, he like really leans into it, which like I think is cool, but it's just again not for me.
I actually think it would be a good idea for us to do this live. Um,
You think so?
I think so for like viewer feedback. You know, like we could like read chat and stuff like that. I also
That would
had an idea. What was I gonna say? Like a weekly roundup. Like we have the podcast, yeah, but I think maybe not weekly, maybe like bi-weekly where we talk about it's just purely like I don't know pop culture. I guess I don't know. It's kind of what we do now, but we like interact with chat and like we have. I guess it would just be this podcast. I don't know. I had an idea, just basically like a news, more of a news show and like a news
oh
format.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, but I don't know how he would really differentiate that from this podcast. You
Yeah,
know.
that's kind of what we do here. But I think that would be cool to do it live.
Hmm.
Got to be careful with what you say because there's no editing.
I know there was a comment I made in one of our podcasts. You might remember it, but I took it out. I edited it out when
Oh,
we had
did
my
you?
friend.
Oh, okay, okay.
Um,
I can't
I'll,
think of anything you said that you edited out.
I'll remind you off camera.
Okay.
But yeah, I was like, oh, I gotta delete that. So there's a
Yeah.
cut. I cut it out. I was like, oh man, like my humor is pretty dark, but that kind of veered too a little too much for me.
Yeah.
Um,
Sometimes you say a joke that's just like, I don't know if I want everybody hearing that.
mhm. Yeah, that's why we have to be, I think, a little more sanitized for lives.
Yeah.
Um, Also, real quick though, I will say this: Armani has been going nuts. Armani and Eric have been going nuts with the animations. Check those out. They're always putting something out on TikTok. They always have something on the channel, and there's always something on the Forbidden Origins Instagram, like some kind of story. They've been going nuts with that. I know he wants me to download the programs for that and to try doing it myself, but like that's scary. I tried animating on Source, I think, and that's just wild. That whole thing is just like it's just like oh god.
Yeah. Those programs are very intimidating, I guess. Like
Hmm.
when you're first starting out. I've tried 3D modeling in Blender because I thought that'd be cool.
Hmm.
And yeah, it has a very steep learning curve. But it is pretty fun. But I don't know if I would be down to do like whole animations and stuff. That seems very intimidating.
I want to try it. There's some like I've been watching a lot of like really cool Godzilla fan animations.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
Using like the American one, the most recent American one that looks really
Yeah.
cool. Someone made so I guess in the 90s. No, I think the 80s, 90s. There was actually in the works before we got the 1998 Godzilla movie. There was actually one where it was going to be more like visually Godzilla was going to stay more towards like the original Toho Godzilla, and he was going to fight this griffin, this giant griffin. That didn't go anywhere. But this what this guy did was he basically made like a found footage Godzilla 2014 versus the griffin, like that monster
Oh, that's cool.
from the script, and the way they did it, it kind of looks like Cloverfield. Like there's camera angles from like helicopters, from the ground, from like inside buildings of like Godzilla and the Griffin fighting. I think he even brought in the 1998 Godzilla to fight it too. So it was
Oh,
two Godzillas versus this one monster. It was pretty cool. I want to do stuff like that.
that'd be really cool. I think found footage stuff like that is really cool. Like
Yeah,
what is it, Blair Witch?
it's
And
getting a remake.
really?
Yeah.
Wasn't it already remade? Or am I crazy?
No, it was like it was a sequel. It was basically a sequel. That was set I think in like 2017 or something like that, 2018. It was cool. It could have been better. It wasn't. I mean, the first one, I guess at the time it was super scary, but like when I watched it, I was like 15, 16, so I was used to like Paranormal Activity, so to me it wasn't that scary.
Oh, right.
Um, it was cool though. It's a cool concept, you know. I
Yeah.
mean, it started the found footage thing.
Yeah. I
I
feel like it's a very cool genre.
Yeah, Paranormal Activity was cool, but that shit got nuts. Did you watch like anything after the first one?
I never even saw the first one, I think. I haven't seen any. I'm not really much of a horror movie type of guy.
Mm, mm.
Yeah. Nah, it's not for me. I was
Yeah.
actually just talking about this with my family.
Uh huh.
How like while watching scary movies, like I'll have a good time and I'm like, oh, this is a good
Mm.
movie, whatnot. But then later on, when I'm like just alone at night, and then it's just like replaying in my head, and
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I'm not having a good time anymore.
It's funny because like I love horror. I think horror is pretty cool. But
Mm.
the one movies that do kind of freak me out a little bit are like the demonic possession ones and the ghost ones.
Oh, okay,
Those
yeah,
ones are kind of like those ones, like even if for the most part they're kind of not that good as movies, but
yeah,
there's sometimes it's like some visuals get to me. But I
yeah,
love things like slasher movies, zombie movies, horror movies from the 80s, like Nightmare on Elm Street and all that. That stuff is awesome to me. Um,
yeah, yeah. I'm the same way, I think. But like The Conjuring or like Ouija, those were actually scary. Like the visuals, the CGI is really good in those, but
yeah,
it's very creepy.
yeah. I think the way I logic it is that like in my head is that with zombie movies I could go down fighting and feel good about
Okay,
myself. But if
yeah.
it's like a ghost or a demon, I can't hit that.
There's nothing you can do. Yeah,
I can't
you're
hit
just
that
you're
unless
screwed.
I dip my fist in holy water and start swinging. It's not gonna work out for me. Actually, I had
Holy
an
damage.
idea, dude. My friends and I, we had an idea for a little short found footage movie where we're ghost hunters, right? And we go into a haunted church. And what we
Mhm.
do is, yeah, we dip our fists in holy water and we start swinging. And one of us makes contact,
Just throw
and we're like,
hands.
"What the hell?" We run.
Wait, that's actually a cool concept. I like that.
Or like we had another idea where the ghost comes in, right? It's like a girl, it's like a demon
Mhm.
girl, and she's like slowly hitting to the camera, right? And then she passes through the doorway, and then we just jump her from the side, and we just start beating on her, dude.
Oh my god.
Start
Just
shouting
throwing hands with
gangs and
the
shit. Yeah, shouting out the names of a gang. We dip our shoes in holy water in our fists, and we just start going nuts.
just jumping her. Oh my
Because like
god.
that would totally subvert like everything you would think about,
Yeah,
in a horror movie. Oh my
yeah.
god.
That'd be really good.
Yeah, I should do
Even
that
just
now.
as like a little comedy sketch, that'd be good.
Yeah. I just gotta find a church. Anyways, so horror. First Omen, I think, came out last week. I'm gonna watch that with someone. I think tomorrow. I'm totally dating the podcast, but I'm gonna watch that with someone. So that should be cool. It looks kind of generic to me, but it is what it is. She wanted to watch it,
Yeah.
so
Oh.
Um, so I wanted to watch Civil War, but whatever. Um, but yeah, I mean, it looks okay. I did watch Immaculate with Sydney Sweeney. I was like, that was good.
Immaculate. Is that the rom-com she was in?
No, I watched that. That was crap.
Oh, okay.
Immaculate is she's a nun and she goes to Italy, I
Oh,
think,
okay.
and basically it's genetic. Like, do you want me to like give like some spoilers? Do you care?
Yeah, go ahead. No, I'm not gonna watch it.
Basically, she's chosen by like the head priest, and he's been working on recreating Jesus
Oh.
using
Oh, I've
DNA.
seen trailers for this.
Yeah,
Okay.
using DNA from I forgot if it was like the cross he was supposed to be on, and
Oh.
he impregnates her
Oh
with
my
like the
god.
DNA. Yeah. So she's like the Virgin Mary or whatever again.
Damn. So it's like Jurassic Park, but Jesus instead of dinosaurs.
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
basically. Yeah. And
got
the
it.
concept is really sick. It was like meh, like a 7 out of 10. Wasn't like the best. Wasn't the
Really?
worst though.
Okay.
She did a good job. She always does a good job. Um,
Number one Sydney Sweeney fan here.
yeah, yeah. I bought her. I was gonna buy the juice that she makes, Bai or whatever. She's like promotes this like she promotes some like drink. I was like, oh,
Oh,
I
okay.
might buy that, but nah. I need to save my
I
money.
mean, you should just to try it. Try it for the podcast.
Have a review on the podcast.
Yeah.
Now, what else? What else? What else? What else? I want to get a Shutter account, like the horror Netflix, but that's
Shutter?
yeah. So
Think
it's this
Shutter.
streaming service that has a lot of really cool horror movies on it. I think they
Oh,
have the ABCs of Death, which is pretty cool. That's something you might like. You remember how we talked about what's that one? Love, Death, and Robots,
oh yeah.
where it's just different stories.
Love robots. Yeah, yeah.
The ABCs of Death is the same concept,
Oh,
where
cool.
each story is based off of a different letter in the alphabet.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, the one that actually really stuck to me was this one where it's this dude, he works for this massive company, and he gets
Mm.
taken to a warehouse, and there's this mannequin, right? It's M for mannequin, and he's just standing there like, why am I in here? Right? It's like this giant warehouse and just the mannequin, and then every time the light turns off and it turns back on, she gets like naked, right? The mannequin, but her face gets slowly more and more demonic every time like
Ew,
it turns on and
no.
off, and then it turns off, and then he's like, "What the hell?" And then you hear her like running at him and like
Oh my
eating him.
god.
I was like,
Jesus.
because it's all like audio. They don't show you
Oh
what it
god.
does to her, what it does to
Yeah.
him. And when it turns on, she's just standing there in the middle of like the warehouse, and her mouth is all bloody, and he's just gone.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I was like,
Alright. That sounds cool, but kinda creepy. Kinda
yeah.
weird.
Ever since then, I'd never trust lights that turn off by themselves, like in bathrooms.
Oh yeah. Dude, those are always scary. Earlier I was in the bathroom at work,
Hmm.
and the bathroom is like inside of the locker room.
Hmm.
And then but if there's nobody in the locker room and you're in the bathroom, the lights will just turn off.
Hmm.
Like unless you go out there and make like movement. And it was creepy. Like I got out the stall and the lights were just off and I was like, "Oh god."
Yeah, my worst fear is that I like do this right for it to turn on, and there's like something right here.
Oh god. That's horrible. Yeah. Yeah, no. That's like the thing I get after watching a scary movie is like if I'm in a dark room, I'll just like imagine like someone standing like right next to me. It just freaks me out.
Yeah, I remember one time I had a scare in my house, and I was convinced there was like a ghost or something in here.
Oh
And
my god.
I'm getting ready for work, right? It's like
Mm.
6:30 right at night, and I put on my sweater. I'm like, fuck, I gotta put this on quick because I was afraid I put it on and it's like something in front of my face, like it
Yeah.
rushes. I'm like,
Yeah.
no,
Or-
no, sir, no, sir.
Yeah, no. That's why I do not like scary movies, anything scary like that. Like I mean I'm down every once in a while, but it's
Mhm.
definitely not my main genre.
Dude, every time I've gone to the theaters to watch a scary movie, it's been with a girl, and
Same.
it's like you kind of have to man up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm like,
Yeah.
oh God, okay, fine. You don't want to watch a rom com, fine, whatever.
Yeah. You don't want to watch an animated movie? All right.
You don't want to watch a movie about America's second Civil War, fine, whatever. You know, that's more of a horror
Whatever
movie to
movie
me
you
than
want.
you. Then whatever.
That's the real horror.
Oh my God, that's existential horror right there.
Yeah.
Angel, do you have anything that you are working on for the company that you'd like to share?
Absolutely nothing. I think I'm like the one person who does not have their own individual project right now that they're working on. But I do want to. I want to have at least something, but I'm just blanking on ideas. I need to have just like a brainstorming session. I
Well, guess
think
what?
what's up?
I'm the chief idea officer now. So
Oh, you are. That's right. Congratulations on the basically promotion, I guess, or new title at least.
my promotion for zero money. Um,
Exactly.
nah, dude. But if you ever need to like talk about something for that, just hit me up. I
Yeah.
mean, that's
All
literally
right.
my job now.
Yeah.
I'm the idea
Um,
guy.
I was thinking what would be cool is like doing writing streams, just like live streams where I'm just sitting down, brainstorming, coming up with ideas, trying out, some stuff, see what works.
Yeah, I mean, Jim Lee does drawing streams for DC, well, not necessarily for DC, but like he'll draw anything he wants.
Oh, that's
Um,
cool.
yeah, I think. I mean, I floated this idea basically to everybody. Like, yeah, why don't we just do that? Like, or it could be like an editing stream where like Armani's editing a video, or like you're like I'm
Right.
editing something, and we're
Yeah.
talking in a chat. Like, it could be something like that, something that simple. You know?
Yeah. I feel like the hardest part of that is getting a chat.
That
Because like we could go
yeah.
live right now, but
hmm
nobody would watch, you know?
Well, if we do it from
Or
the
like it
Forbidden
would just be
Origins
us
channel,
watching. Yeah.
to be fair, if we
Yeah.
did it like on TikTok, I think that'd be very
Oh, on TikTok, yeah.
yeah.
The
Now,
thing is, I don't know how streaming to TikTok works. I've never done it, and I don't know if it would work like from my PC or if I would have to do it from my phone.
I think
I guess
Armani
I could ask, yeah, I could ask Armani about all that.
Armani and Eric they did it. I think Armani did it from his PC, but he had to download like a not a third party app, but it's something that with TikTok.
Oh, okay.
I think it's like TikTok Creator Studio or something like that, and then you can go from
Oh,
there.
all right. Yeah, but I think I would have to either log into the Forbidden Origins account or like have them go live and then have them invite me because my account can't go live. I think you need like 1,000 followers. It was
Yeah,
or something like that.
I
Yeah,
think the best way to do that actually would be just us to have the password and just going from there.
yeah, that's what I was thinking. I
You
don't know
know,
if Armani trusts us with that though, with that information.
does he trust us with keys to the kingdom?
Yeah,
We'll find
I
out.
don't know. I guess we'll have to talk to him.
Do you tr- do
Armani,
you
if you're
do you
watching
trust
this,
us, Armani?
yeah.
do you
Uh,
do you trust me, little old me, little old angel?
See, this is where it would be cool to have a live chat because then Armani could be watching and then answering these questions for us.
Just no.
No, you're not allowed within 10 feet of the Forbidden Origins account.
I know. Well, I don't know. They have shared with us like the passwords for other things, but I understand that one kind of being a little more sacred.
Yeah.
You know, because that is I think where we get the most traction.
Oh, yeah, definitely. TikTok is a really powerful tool for this type of stuff, just like promotion and stuff.
Yeah,
I do
that's
want to
why.
start
No good.
making videos. I've been wanting to make both like YouTube videos, TikTok videos, and just streaming for a long time, but I just always put it off. Or sometimes I'll sit down to do it, and then I'll have an idea like ready to go, and then in the moment I'm just like embarrassed, and I'm like, you know what, I'm not gonna do this. But
It,
it's definitely something that I want to do.
it's funny because I have hours of like B-roll that I've shot with my friends of us just dicking around on like different video games, and I really want to
Yeah,
start cutting them up into like TikToks.
yeah, dude, that'd be so cool.
But I'm
I
just
would watch
like,
those.
thank you, but I'm so lazy.
Yeah, that's also what it is. Cause like um on the PS4 back during like COVID, me and my friends we would just like play Warzone all day,
Mhm.
every day. We had no school, no nothing.
Yeah,
And so I had just hours of footage on there of just us playing Warzone and just like messing around. And I was like, I'm gonna make so many YouTube videos with all of this. It's just sitting there in my hard drive, just rotting away. I think some of the files are like corrupted now and I can't even access them, but yeah, I
yeah,
just never did it.
that sounds about right. Honestly,
Uh,
yeah, that sounds about right. I had to buy new hard drives.
Jesus.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
the
video footage takes up a lot of space.
yeah, it does. Jesus
Mhm.
Christ, I bought a 3 terabyte one. I only have two now, 2 terabytes on it.
Jesus.
I went through like a month and a half that much space.
Oh my god.
I actually got to start deleting some stuff out of there. Uh,
I feel like old episodes of this you could probably delete because then we just have access to them on YouTube now.
what I want to do is keep them in. I want to transfer, like, make copies and transfer it to like a hard drive, right? And then I want to like just bury it, not like somewhere in my room. And when the apocalypse happens, and when someone comes through here in their RPG event, I want them to find the hard drive, and I want to put
Yeah.
watch everything on here and no context and just watching the podcast like what is this? What is this?
Rare loot. That's what this is.
It's like a Resident Evil note you find, but it's just like
Yeah.
hours of footage of us just talking about different random shit. What's Forbidden Origins? What's Echoes of the Old Universe?
Who's OJ Simpson?
Who's Armani?
Yeah. Yeah, we mentioned Armani a lot.
Yeah, we do. He's like a specter that's on our shoulder that like
Yeah. He's like this entity, this deity that we worship here.
he's the Thanos of Forbidden Origins. And
Yep.
Eric's the Galactus. Oh Lord.
Is it Forbidden Origins?
Yeah, dude. Okay, so I have at least half of a short story done, right? That's going to
Nice.
be, thank you. That's going to be turned into a comic. But dude, I've been so beat with work. Like work isn't like the hardest thing ever, but
Mhm.
it's just dealing with customers, having to hear like their
Oh
like I
yeah.
like helping, but it's like you see me putting something
Exhausting.
away. Yeah, like you see me like stocking something. Can you like give me a minute here? But
Mhm.
they ask anyways. Um, I'm just tired, dude. Then again, I do know that a lot of writers take breaks after publishing something. They take like 4 or 5 months off.
Yeah.
But I feel like I'm not contributing to the team.
I feel the exact same way. I feel that even more because I don't even have anything like in progress right now. So I'm just like, damn, I'm kind of just like sitting around, not even contributing ideas or anything.
Well, to be fair, we are doing this,
Yeah, that's true. This is
so
my what's the word?
contribution
Contribution to the team.
to the squad.
Yeah.
Dude, I really want Jay though. I want to hear him go on not a rant, but just him go off on like DC and stuff like that. I want to hear him I just want to hear him talk about like the Green Lantern
Yeah.
because I feel
Oh
like we
yeah.
can get a good podcast out of that. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm. Yeah, I feel like everybody from the team has like their own thing that they could just come on here and talk about.
Their own
I feel like
niche.
we all have this like, yeah. Yeah, no, we definitely gonna have Jay on though. I don't know if he said he was available anytime soon. I don't even know if we've asked him yet.
I called him out on the Discord.
Yeah.
Jay,
He
get on the
said it's
pod.
tough, just to get schedules aligned and stuff.
Yeah, it is what it is. I think he lives in like what, the Midwest?
I don't even know, but we're
Hmm.
all scattered around.
We're scattered to the ether.
Yep.
That is the United States of America.
Yep. The land of the
Also,
free.
we have a Discord, guys. We I think Armani puts the links in there. So join us. We also have a Forbidden Radio community tab. So if you want to ask us questions and give out topics for us to talk about, I even put in there. We're running out of topics here, to be honest. so so
Yeah, so true.
so please
Today we
get
kind of
into
went in with
asking.
no idea, no main topic or anything.
No,
I
but I
don't even
think
know what the thumbnail is gonna be. Oh, I guess we could do the OJ thing.
the OJ Simpson thing.
Yeah, that's
Just
kind of
two
like the
pictures of
theme song.
OJ. Just two pictures of OJ facing each other.
Yeah. One of
Oh
like
my god.
OJ with like in the clouds with like wings. Like that meme where it has like everybody that's like famous and
Oh,
dead.
all the memes and
And
shit.
OJ right there. Yeah.
Someone made that, but it's like all like the dictators and the famous murderers, and it's like
Oh
hell.
god.
Oh my god. Oh, the Fallout show came out.
Exactly. Yeah. I knew I was missing something. I literally wrote it down in my notes. Forbidden Origins topic, OJ death, and Fallout TV show.
Oh god. Okay, we have our second thumbnail picture there.
Yeah.
Um. Okay, did you watch it?
No. Did you?
No, but I have been seeing feedback on Twitter. It's really
Yeah.
split. A lot of people say it's really good. A lot of people don't like it.
Really? I've only seen positive stuff so far, especially from Armani. He's been hyping it up.
Oh yeah. I know he's been on the Arc show too, right? He's been watching the Arc show.
Yeah. I haven't started that one yet, but he's a really big fan of Ark. So I know, like, I feel like he would like it regardless.
Yeah, fucking nerd.
But yeah.
um.
Hey, dinosaurs are cool.
Oh yeah, definitely. I definitely was very into that as a kid. Dude, I had like
Yeah.
tons of dinosaur books. No, but
See any on the shelf?
oh no, I think I gave them to my cousins.
Oh, okay.
Do I?
I think I have some dinosaur books still too. I used to just like looking at them.
Yeah, the
Even
nice.
before I could read, I would just look at the pictures.
Apparently, I could recite like all the names of the dinosaurs from like several
Jeez.
of my books when I was like 4. Um, yeah. So the Fallout TV show. Do you care for spoilers? Have you played Fallout, right?
I've never played Fallout. I played like 5 minutes of New Vegas, and that's it.
Jesus, kid. No.
Yeah.
Do you care for spoilers?
No.
Okay. So in New Vegas, there's two factions: the New California Republic, which is supposed to be like the good ones, and then you have
Mm.
Caesar's Legion, which are like, I mean, they're bad guys. They have slaves.
I have heard of this, where it's like they're like recreating the Roman Empire or something.
Yes, basically, but like they're
Yeah.
wearing football pads. Yeah. So basically, in the show, it's revealed that the capital of the NCR, which is basically Los Angeles, it's
Mhm.
gone. It got nuked, and people are mad. They're thinking that Todd Howard like retconned the
Uh,
retcon New Vegas because he doesn't like New Vegas or some bullshit. I don't know, but I don't care because apparently it takes place far in the future of Fallout. It's basically like think of it as like the next installment of the series,
oh,
except
okay.
it's a
So it's
TV
not
show.
like it's not based on any of the games then.
Well,
Like it's not like the story of any of the games.
no, but it furthers
Okay.
the overall story.
Right. But it's not
It,
like
it takes place
an
after 4.
adaptation. Okay.
Yeah, it takes place within the universe. It's basically it takes place after the most recent like single player, well, not 76, Fallout 4.
Okay.
It takes place
Yeah.
after that, and people are mad about it, and I kind of don't care because I feel like it. Okay, so all right, in New Vegas, they basically state that the NCR is expanding too far east,
Mm.
so they're kind of overextending themselves, right? So it was bound to happen that this government would implode. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Because
Yeah.
they're doing things way too fast, way too quickly. So I mean, I do kind of understand why people are upset that they got nuked, the capital, but that doesn't mean the whole faction's gone. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I think they're just we just people got to wait for more of the show to come out and for the next game because I know Fallout 5 is at bare minimum. I think Todd Howard said it's in the script stage.
Oh, so they're still actively making games?
Yeah, 76
That's
like it was crap, but it wasn't the last one.
I did hear that. Okay.
Yeah, I
Oh,
have
that's
it.
cool then.
Yeah, my friend got it for me on Steam to play with him,
Uh-huh.
and it's of course any game is fun with friends, but it's just
Right.
ugh. Um,
Not a good game objectively.
yeah, it's I mean you can have fun with any shitty game, but yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's not fun. But yeah, I'm actually excited to see what they do with Fallout 5, given that the NCR is gone and it's canon to the games. Well, not the
Mhm.
NCR, but at least the capital's gone.
Right.
So I am interested to see what's happening with that. The incels are losing it at the fact that that the woman is a main character, which is to be
Yeah.
expected.
Classic Twitter
They're
movie.
making really weird photoshops of her butt.
Oh
Um,
god.
so that is just like that's yeah, it's par for the course. Um,
Mhm.
but yeah, I'm probably gonna watch it with my dad once he gets home because he was really like talking about it. Like he's always known about Fallout. He
Oh,
never played it, but he's always you see ads, you see stuff from GameStop.
yeah.
He knows I really like Fallout, so it's hopefully he likes it. And it looks aesthetically, it looks so good. It looks so to the games.
Really?
So yeah, I heard from a lot of Fallout YouTubers that I
Uh-huh.
watch. A lot of they flew out a lot of influencers who do a lot of Fallout content.
Oh, that's cool.
They flew them out to like the premiere, and a lot of them like yeah no it's pretty good, and like I know like that getting like a really cool experience like that can like affect your opinion.
Yeah.
But these guys are like heavy lore people, like lore YouTubers for Fallout,
Mhm.
and they said that some things are kind of off, but for the most part, it's actually pretty good. So I respect their opinion. So I'm actually
Mhm.
kind of excited. Like I don't care for spoilers, so like I didn't care about like finding out on Twitter about the NCR, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, no, I've also like always been aware of Fallout as
mm,
a series because
yeah.
it's just like a huge series.
Mm.
And I had a friend in elementary school who was like obsessed with the games, but I never had the game, so I I know like the basic story of how like people went to down to live in the vaults and
Mm.
stuff, but that's pretty much all I know. But I do want to watch the show because I have been seeing very positive reviews on Twitter.
Yeah, they got some really good actors in there too. I'm actually really excited to see. They got Walter Goggins. I think if you watch Invincible, he voices Cecil, the guy who runs like the global defense agency.
Oh,
He was in a lot of things. He was in. Did you watch Django Unchained?
no.
What would you have watched that he would have been in?
I'm looking at his movie list right now, and I don't think I've seen any of these. Oh, I've seen Maze Runner.
I think he was
Seen
a bad
Ant-Man.
guy. I think he was the bad guy in Maze Runner. Oh, in Ant Man, he was the guy that like sold stuff. He was the fence basically that sold black market stuff. Do you remember that?
Oh, yes, yes, yes. Okay.
Yeah, he was that
Yeah,
guy.
looking
He's
at his
a
face, I remember him.
yeah. You've seen him somewhere. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah.
He's always like a really good supporting actor.
Uh-huh.
Um, but yeah, no, he's in it. He's playing the they look like zombies. I forgot the name. Like I know it's like a super simple name, but he's playing that character. Basically, in Fallout, they have basically okay. So everything happened because of the nukes, right?
Right.
Like the apocalypse. In this universe, if a human is exposed to radiation enough, they
Mhm.
become ghouls. There you go.
Oh,
That's the name
okay.
of them. They're called ghouls. They become you know, mutated.
Right.
Sometimes though they become feral, where they're basically zombies.
Oh, okay.
But other times they keep excuse me, they keep their humanity, but the radiation actually extends their life.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so some ghouls, if you meet them in the game, they've been alive since the beginning of the apocalypse.
Jesus.
Exactly. So a lot of them are kind of like they're just a lot of them are husks of their former selves, where they're just walking through life. Other ones, they're like pirates or something like that. They're raiders. Some of them are like businessmen, I guess, as far as you could say that in like the post apocalypse, where they have like a bunch of money.
Okay.
Um, it's pretty cool, like the diversity of ghouls you find. Of course, you find the savage ones who have lost their minds,
Yeah.
who just want to eat you.
Just
So
like
yeah,
default zombies.
basically, yeah, that's basically what it is. Yeah, you got to play the games. Fallout 4 is pretty cool. I know that people don't really like it. Everyone thinks New Vegas is like the second coming of Christ, but whatever.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
It's cool.
I've-
It's just dated. That's all I could say is that it's
Yeah.
just super dated. I'm sure when you played it, you saw that, right?
Yeah, I started up New Vegas and like yeah, it has like old graphics, old like movement and stuff. But I've heard the storylines are really good, so I do want
Oh
to
yeah.
definitely do at least a little playthrough of at least one of them.
It's one of those franchises where if you play the game and like you do the side quests, you can find some really the meat of the game is the side quests, or like the random weird
Oh,
shit
got
you
it.
find. So in the
Mhm.
first game, like the first game was a top down like adventure game.
Oh, okay. I didn't know
Um,
that.
you know Doctor Who?
Yeah.
You can actually find an Easter egg. You can find the TARDIS, the thing, the police box he flies in, the
Uh-huh.
ship. You can find
Yeah,
it
yeah.
in the wasteland, and as you get closer to it, it flies away.
Oh, that's cool.
They have little things like that.
Little references. That's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. Like in Fallout 4, you find this really crazy warehouse, right? You walk into it, and it's actually something out of Saw. It turns out that it's actually the playhouse, I guess you can call it, of a murderer
Oh, cool.
in the apocalypse, and he'll like draw random people into there. And there's
Uh-huh.
different traps, there's different like contraptions, stuff like that. And you find stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? That really adds to the world that I love. It's so cool. The gameplay
Mhm.
could be a little bit better. The engine is super dated, dude. The engine itself, like
Yeah.
they add like superficially they add it to make the graphics look a little bit better. But
Mhm.
you could tell from like the feel. I think it's called the creation engine. When you play the game and really get into it, you're like, yeah, this is kind of wonky. Um,
You just feel it.
yeah, but the environmental storytelling is really sick. Like you find some really cool stuff that's not the main storyline. You know?
That's cool. I love that type of stuff in games.
Yeah, and it kind of inspired me because my friends and I, Fallout 4 came out my senior year.
Mm.
And my friends and I, we were brainstorming a video game, right? And we had an idea where we wanted to be kind of like Fallout, where it's open world, right? And yeah, you have
Uh-huh.
the main storyline, you have side quests, but Fallout, I think New Vegas especially had this thing called like I know it wasn't like random events, but you would just find like weird stuff. You would find things inspired by H.P. Lovecraft.
Oh, okay, cool.
Like you can find sacrificial altars to like Cthulhu, stuff like
Right.
that. Just really cool like things that like you don't get a full answer to, but you're
Uh-huh.
just like this is like it makes the hair on the back of your neck stand up. You know
It
what I'm
kind of like
saying?
up to interpretation type thing where
Yes,
it's like a little
exactly.
nod that like you kind of know what it's alluring to. Yeah.
Yeah, like we had ideas where like there'd be you find like random like sacrificial altars to like Satan and stuff like that. You know, because it's like in this video game, this hypothetical video game that we had, society collapses. You never get the full answer as to why it collapsed,
Hmm.
but for the most part, it's the way we had it was that it was gonna be just like how society is now, like how life is now. It's a realistic game, but then you get smacked with a really weird, like semi supernatural, like event that happens in the game, or you find like some like weird stuff that you're just like, I shouldn't be here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like we had an idea for that. That you kind of find that in Fallout too. So
Okay.
yeah. Also, a really good game that does that, that did that was Far Cry 5. Far Cry 5 came out when the It remakes were coming out,
Uh-huh.
and it's pretty cool. If you, I forgot where to look, but there's a part on the map where you can actually find Pennywise,
Oh, no way.
or it's an Easter egg to Pennywise. You find his red
Right.
balloon, right?
Uh-huh.
And you go into the house that the red balloon is in front of, right? You go up, you hear the phone ringing, right? You go upstairs, and you answer it. You can hear him laughing, and then the balloon pops.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, see, like little things like that, I think are pretty sick for
Yeah.
games.
Yeah, I think that's really cool. Where it's like a little nod to like things that are relevant at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of brainstorming games though, I was actually because I was driving down through LA a few weeks ago, and I was just, I was sitting passenger at the time,
Mm-hmm.
and I was kind of just like staring out the window, daydreaming.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, you know, what would be really cool is like a supernatural, like post-apocalyptic game, like open world game. Uh, that's kind of like what you were saying, where it's like environmental storytelling. Like, you don't exactly know what happened to society, but like everything's collapsed. And I was thinking kind of like Dark Souls, but set in like a urban city, like a modern day urban city. And I think that'd be really cool, where it's just like full of little Easter eggs and like hidden side quests and whatnot. I love those type of games, so I think that'd be really cool.
So combat wise, what would you want it to be? Would you want there to be video game? Would you want there to be guns? Would you want there to be like melee combat? Like what would you want?
I was I was struggling with this because like realistically there would be guns if it was in a modern day setting,
Yeah.
but I just think like sword or like melee combat is way cooler.
And I
So I
think
think I would go that way.
for like a resource point of view, it'll make sense too to like not use your bullets a lot.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
stick
that's what I was
stick to
thinking, like
melee.
make guns rare. Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny because I that yeah, I've had ideas for that too.
Mhm.
Um, I love the concept of. So I told this to my sisters, right? I really want to make a story. I don't care if it's a video game, comic, book, whatever, movie, where it's just like it's the apocalypse, right? But because it's
Yeah.
the apocalypse, like society has collapsed. You know, of course, I mentioned this with that game I was talking to you about, but things come to light, right? Where
Mhm.
yeah, you have the nuclear apocalypse, right? But then all of a sudden, there's like demons in LA
Yeah. I think that's so cool. That's
for
exactly what I was
for
thinking.
no reason. Like you're
Yeah.
like, why? Or
Mhm.
like, let's say, okay, so I really like looking into you know this. I like looking into conspiracy theories for story ideas.
Yeah.
There was this one crazy one where people this dude was saying that there was lizard men living underneath Los Angeles.
Oh, I think I've heard of this. Yeah.
Yeah, what if like you know it's the zombie apocalypse, right? But all of a sudden, your part someone in your party gets dragged into like the sewers of Los Angeles. So like you get okay, we got to go
Mhm.
find him. You run into lizard men, and now it's a three-way
Yeah.
fight between you, these lizard men, and zombies.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? I like
I like this.
stuff
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that. You know what I'm saying? So or
Uh-huh.
like what really like got my itch going was American Horror Story. I think it was Apocalypse where like they're in this like mansion, but
Mhm.
like there's also other supernatural things happening that like kind of like it makes sense, but then it doesn't. You know what I'm saying? Where
Yeah.
I don't know. This is just you know having like the story's about one thing, but then all of a sudden you get smacked in the head out of left field with something else that comes out of nowhere. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? I like that kind of stuff.
I do too. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like I was thinking the way that I would want my game to work would be, or the storyline to be, was like there was like some like warlock wizard type of dude, maybe even like a bunch of them who were like trying to open a portal to like some other dimension, but
Mm,
in doing so they accidentally made like that dimension spill out into our world.
Yeah.
And so then all these like otherworldly like creatures or whatever are these like I don't know, people from this other dimension like come into the city, take over, and then the government in trying to stop them tries to like nuke them. And so now you have like this mix of like radiation and magic, and then it
Hmm.
turns into like this whole thing. I think that'd be really cool. And then like you're just finding out like through finding like, you know, notes or like articles like sprawled around the city, like you're figuring out what's happening, piecing it together. You know, things are coming to light, things that no one knew about or no one expected, that type of stuff. I think that'd be really cool.
Yeah, like you have the one inciting like incident, right? The calamity. But then
Yeah.
because of that, things that people were trying to keep hidden away all across the city now are coming to light.
Mhm.
You know, I like that
Exactly.
kind of stuff. Like things you're just like, what the fuck is this? You're like,
Yeah.
why? Why is this happening while we're dealing with this? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're like, this feels like totally out of place, but at the same time, it kind of makes sense. I
Yeah.
love it.
So another example I can give you that kind of relates to this is I have a story idea where I think I don't know if I mentioned this to you or not, or if I even mentioned on this podcast where um everyone above the age of 18 and everyone below the age of 12 just disappear.
Mhm.
You know, they basically get raptured, you know. So now the world belongs to teenagers, right?
Right.
And the whole idea in my head was that like where would you go? Where would a kid go or a teenager go to get answers? Well, they probably go to their school, right?
Yeah.
So in my head is that each high school, each middle school becomes basically a city state,
Mhm.
kind of like the Greeks.
Yeah.
Some of these schools unite, some of them don't. They form alliances. They go to war. You know, it goes
Right.
from like kids fighting with baseball bats and stuff, so now they're using guns. You know, it gets really
Mhm.
bloody. I had an idea where further down this storyline, the main character, the main teenager, now he's basically in his 20s. He's like he's within like an expeditionary group going to Los Angeles, right?
Mhm.
And they meet some traders basically, right? Some a caravan of traders. Like, oh yeah, we don't go to that school over there
Yeah.
because they're cannibals basically, right?
Jesus. Yeah.
So, you know, the main character, he's like, I'm gonna go scout this. I'm gonna figure out what's going on. He goes over there, and these kids, they're like, oh, no, they wouldn't really be kids now. They would be around his age, like in their 20s. They're
Mhm.
covering themselves in blood, like they're using like the skins of people that they've killed as like
Oh,
masks and stuff like that. They're
yeah.
like capturing like younger kids, you know, and they're eating them, right? In my
Jesus.
head, he walks into the school and he walks into the cafeteria and there's like, you know, the dead bodies hung up
Just like
like
yeah.
pigs, right?
Uh-huh.
And he's like, what the fuck? And like at this point, he's like, yeah, we got to kill these people, right? Because
Mhm.
like at this point in the storyline, they're trying to like make society again, right?
Okay.
But society doesn't work with this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And somehow these kids are kind of far gone. Like some of them are even feral, right?
Uh-huh.
So he goes into like the atrium or whatever, like the gym, the gymnasium where like the basketball court's at, and he finds this crazy mound of flesh, right? This like massive mound of just like body parts, right? Flesh. But you can clearly tell this is where like they do their prayer,
Yeah.
right? And then he walks in there. And I think, okay, keep in mind to this point in the storyline, it's been kind of normal, basically, right?
Okay.
It's just been like it's like The Walking Dead without zombies, right?
Right.
So you're not really the audience doesn't expect this, right?
Mhm.
So he sees something moving beneath the mound of flesh,
Oh,
right?
no.
And he's like, "What the hell?" And all of a sudden, now he's on his knees. He can hear like this scream, this psychic scream, and he's seeing like these visions of this like being covered in blood, and like it's got like its eyes are yellow, and he's like, "What the hell is like? What is going on?" You know? And he
Yeah.
has some C4, right? Because he just had it in his inventory, I guess. And
As
so
one does.
yeah, as one does. And so as he's fighting through this psychic scream, right? He's
Mhm.
like activating the C4 and he throws it into the mound, right? He gets down and it blows up, and that's where it ends. You know, he manages to escape. Like you can see like the crazy kid, like people running, the cannibals running by trying to see what's going on, but like he manages to get out of there. So then in my head, like he returns with the rest of his group, and they just killed them all, right?
Jesus.
And like they
Yeah.
torch it, but he never tells his team what that was because he doesn't know what it was and he doesn't want to know.
So it's just like it just stays unexplained.
Yeah, I'm never gonna like. I know what it is,
Yeah, yeah, of
But
course.
I'm
But you're
never
never
gonna.
gonna say it.
Yeah, I'm confident enough that this podcast won't get a whole lot of views that we'll be able to bring it up. I'll be able to like make this story. Um. So yeah. So that's the kind of thing I want to do with like my stories that like that are a little more grounded, because I have a lot of story ideas that aren't superhero, sci-fi, whatever.
Right.
But I do want there to be little supernatural things here and there that just come out of left field. You know?
I do like that, yeah. Especially like the mystery part of it where it's like, oh, like we'll never truly know, but I like that. I like not knowing.
Yeah, because do feel like that's very PTSD inducing too. So
Oh yeah.
I'll give my
Like
characters
imagine
PTSD.
yeah, like next time he goes into school, he's gonna be like very cautious or something, you know?
Yeah, I
Just
definitely
it's
did
just
write
never
a little.
known.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Yeah, because like, okay, first of all, like, would you believe someone if they said that?
Like, no, I'd be like, you're insane. What are you talking about?
Like,
You did not.
even in that situation where like the adults and the kids are gone, you know
Yeah,
what I'm
it's still
saying?
totally like random and like if you've never experienced something like this before, you're gonna be like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, because like to this point, you just been trying to rebuild society, but nothing supernatural has been happening. So it's like,
Right.
okay, what the hell? Have you finally lost your shit? Like, what the fuck? the
Yeah, like
the pressures of rebuilding modern society like finally get to you, like, and even
yeah.
he's just in his head like, did I actually see that? Like, did I actually
I
experience
was like,
that?
am I having a psychotic breakdown or something?
Exactly. Yes, now you get it. Yes, because I
Yeah.
have one
I'm
every
like,
day.
Jesus.
Yeah. hmm So what about you,
No, I
dude?
like this.
Like, okay, this video game that you have an idea for. Okay,
Right.
would it be like a linear game where you have a main character, or is it like a build your own? Is it like an RPG, like Elden Ring,
I haven't decided yet. This is kind of just like
like a
a thought
brainstorming thing?
that's been floating around in my head. Yeah, I
Yeah.
haven't really gotten down into the nitty-gritty of it and like actually written it down or anything, but so I was debating either having like a main character and having like a linear storyline where like your character was the one that caused this like calamity, like you said, and he's trying to now like go back into the city and fight through like all this carnage that's happening to try to get back to where he opened the portal in the first place to try to close it. And like he knows that like the city is doomed, there's nothing he can do, but he's just trying to like in his own mind repent for his sins.
Mhm.
And so it's just like this broken man like fighting through this like horde of creatures, just like trying to get back, trying to do what he thinks is right. Or I could have the whole like build your own character or more open world style like Elden Ring, where like you're still going through the same map, but like you're your own character and there's not really a linear storyline. You're kind of just going around fighting people and like finding like little pieces of lore here and there. I'm not
Okay.
sure. Haven't decided. I
What
think
kind
either one would be cool.
what kind of creatures would you want?
Ooh, I was this is what I like. I like coming up with like cool creatures and stuff. So I know for sure I want a giant worm that kind of just like is snaking throughout the city and like I have this vision of like you're just walking around like through one portion of the city and you see it and you're like, okay, cool, giant worm that like you can't hop over and like you can't kill it or anything yet. Like and then like later on down the game, like you're walking through like a whole different part of the city and you see like a similar or the same worm and you don't know if it's like one giant worm that's just like snaking through the whole city or if it's multiple of them. But I don't know. I was thinking maybe it could eat you and you have to like fight your way out of its body or something. I'm not sure. And then I was thinking of having just like, default ghouls or zombies or something where it's just like the little minions, I guess, where it's just like you just grind them for XP. And then I wanted to have like this like subway tunnel where
Mhm.
it's like just all broken down, but there's uh like vegetation from that other dimension just growing in there. So it's like a underground like luscious like garden sort of
Yeah,
area, but everything is like poisonous and trying to kill you. And there's like giant insects and stuff.
it's only like the King Kong movie
I have not seen
from
it, but
2005.
oh, the old one. Is that the one with Jack Black?
Yes.
I've seen bits and pieces. I don't think I've ever seen the whole
All
thing.
right, do yourself a favor. Look up
Yeah,
King Kong Giant Bugs, 2005.
gotcha. King Kong.
Yeah, watch it after this, or you like watch it. I want to see your reactions to it, like after the podcast,
Okay.
because it's trauma inducing. I'm gonna tell you that much.
Oh God.
What's the first thing you see?
Oh jeez. Oh, okay, I see a giant spider,
Uh,
and then I see a worm, a giant worm.
is it eating?
Uh,
Is it eating someone?
oh, I see the one you're talking about now, where he's
Yeah,
like eating the dude's head. Yeah,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. You're
See that?
gonna. I need you. Yeah, because that's what I picture in my head. I think that'd be very inspirational for you. Like just like flesh this concept out of like that area. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
Oh
watched
God.
that. I watched that in theaters, dude. When I was
Oh
a kid.
really?
Yeah. So what happened was, I go with my dad and my aunt, right?
Mm.
And I think my grandma too. And we're watching the movie. It's a good time. There's like giant like dinosaurs and stuff. Yeah, there's a few like giant bugs here and there, but then
Mm.
they drop in to like this ravine. I'm not gonna spoil what happens. I want you to watch it.
Okay.
But like I remember, I was little, so I had to lift my legs up. I did not want my legs on the floor.
You feel them crawling on you?
Yeah, I was like, nope, no. I was like, I had to have been like 10, I think, maybe a little bit younger. I was like, no. I think I remember like burying my face in my dad's like shoulder. I was like, no.
Yeah, I mean,
Um.
this scene, they're like tearing him apart.
Oh
Oh
yeah. So
God.
you're watching it right now.
I'm just looking at screenshots.
Oh yeah, dude. It's a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even
Looks
now,
like
I still try not to watch it too much. Yeah, Andy Serkis getting swallowed by that damn worm. It's ooh.
it.
But yeah. So okay. So I like that. I like that a lot. A tunnel subway system. Don't we have a subway system in LA?
I have no clue. I'm not from LA.
Oh, I know you're not. You're like 2 hours north of it.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think I think we do. I think we have like the Metro link.
I've
Um.
heard, yeah, but I'm not sure.
Wait, hold on. Anyways,
Okay.
no, that'd be pretty sick. Would you want there to be like winged monsters flying around too?
Oh yeah, I want everything. Like, oh, I was thinking of like you know how there's like the LA River where it's like a canal or something.
Yeah.
I want it to become like a sort of like a sacrificial river of sorts where it's just like filled with like blood and bodies and stuff. And you have to like try to get across, but anytime you try to cross through the actual like water, which I
Yeah.
know it doesn't usually have water, but you know, in the game it does. Uh and there's just like anytime you try to go through it, you just start taking damage and you just die, or you start like seeing things like you know how like in Elden Ring, it like the effects like build up.
Mhm.
Yeah, it would be like that, and then like you just start like basically hallucinating, like gory deaths of people and stuff. I don't know, something like that.
Oh, that sounds
But
like a good
yeah,
time.
any yeah, any sort of like creature, monster, whatever. I would love to just come up with ideas for stuff like that.
Yeah, I had an idea, so kind of similar to what you had, where basically World War II, um the Soviets are desperate, so they turn to they call them the acolytes of Rasputin, and they open up a portal. They think it's gonna do one thing, but it ends up awakening the dead, and they lose control of it. And this horde basically eats its way through the Nazis and takes over Eastern Europe and Germany. By this point, we've done D-Day, right? So the Allies are coming from the West,
Yeah.
but then they see this horde, and they're like, so they're forced out by the horde, right?
Mhm.
And at first, like, okay, cool, we're in England, we could hold here. Then all of a sudden, these portals start opening up across the planet, and kind of similar to what you said, different monsters now start pouring through.
Mm.
So the U.S. Army is like, all right, England, we're going back to the United States because there's entire states that are now overrun by monsters. You know,
Jesus. Yeah.
and it's not just the United States; it's of course other countries on the planet. Mexico, most of southern Mexico is gone. It's been overrun by monsters. Same thing with Canada. And I had an idea where we end up like bringing the Zeppelin back, except now they're kind of like armored Zeppelins, and they carry fighters now. There's like dogfights with dragons, you know.
Oh.
P-51 Mustangs like going out like juking out with dragons, stuff like that. There's zombies like you want. There's zombies. Bigfoot is running around. Different cryptids now are like more apparent. because they see like they kind of feel the magical energy in the air. So now they're coming
Oh,
out
I
of the
like
woodwork. Yeah, they feel
yeah.
kind of. I don't want to say safe, but they feel like okay, now we can walk around.
Yeah, yeah,
You know,
yeah.
I was thinking a cool Easter egg. Like, let's say this is like if it's a video game. You know, let's say you're playing. I want it to be a first person shooter. I want it to be
Mhm.
kind of steampunk. You know,
Ooh, I like that.
like, but I want it to be one of those things where it's kind of informal, where like you're playing as a member of the U.S. the U.S. Army, right? But
Mhm.
like you could see the visual aesthetics of the real life like U.S. Army from back then, but like it's gotten so bad that they're taking like destroyed like metal and they're like clapping it onto themselves to make
Oh,
like
okay.
improvised armor because they're
Uh-huh.
fighting like different monsters and stuff. I was thinking a cool Easter egg is like you kill like a monster, like let's say you kill like a dragon, right? All
Mhm.
of a sudden you see like a UFO fly by. They're watching it, like aliens are watching everything. You know, they're like,
Yeah.
"Damn, what's happening down there?" And I had an idea. The
There's
reason
not much
why,
involved.
yeah, I had the idea. With the whole reason why they even showed up is because like we have the nuclear bomb by now, right?
Uh-huh.
But the whole idea is that the situation is so desperate. We're sending nukes everywhere. We're like bombing everywhere. Every time we make a bomb, we have to ship it out.
Yeah.
So after the first bomb, aliens are like, okay, so something's happening over there. They see what's happening. They're like, oh god, we're gonna watch. Like, what is happening
Yeah,
here?
that's
Like,
fine. This is too much.
like a dragon flies by. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, they're just like eating like their version of popcorn. But yeah, so I think that'd be pretty cool. Like a there's a diversion in the timeline. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So instead of us winning the war, now it's like World War II stops. We got to fight these things.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah, yeah.
like even like survivors of like the German military, they're fighting with the allies now to fight these things.
Yeah,
You know,
now it's like humans versus monsters instead of just like different countries and stuff.
all our beef
Yeah.
stops. We'll get back to it after this.
Yeah, quick break.
Yeah, we gotta
These
fight a damn
monsters.
dragon. God damn it. But yeah, we are at 102. You wanna call it?
Yeah, I think this has been a good podcast. Surprisingly. Well, not surprisingly, but we didn't really have any topics, but I feel like it flowed really good.
Ye of little faith, Angel. Ye of little faith.
I was just kind of nervous because, usually we come in with like a main idea or a guest,
You
but
know
this
what?
time we kind of just went in blind.
We had
But I
OJ.
had a good time.
We
We
had
did have
OJ.
OJ.
We had OJ.
Thank you, OJ.
Thank you, OJ, for dying. Anyways, thank you guys so much for joining us for episode 8 of Forbidden Radio. It means so much to my co-host and I
Mhm.
because, to be frank, this is just like us rambling at this point. So,
Yeah.
just us yapping. So, thank you guys so much for joining us. Have a good day.
See you guys.
Love you.